So one of the things we want to cover is that there's an electrical field of energy that surrounds the human body. If you had a microvoltmeter that could measure 1/millionth of a volt, you could establish that this electrical field sticks out a certain distance from the body. And various people have different names for that electrical field. Some people call it the aura, some people call it the etheric body. I don't care what you call it. We just want to establish its presence, and then we're going to capitalize on its presence. And through the weekend, we'll be referencing to it many different times. So if I can get a volunteer to come up here, we'll try to demonstrate this right off the bat. So we're going to make sure that the muscle's not locked up. And the North Pole of the magnet, which is marked green, should unlock the muscle, and in his case it does. So we're going to use that as our indicator. We're going to drop this on him. And the usual response is, well, I wasn't ready. I didn't know you were going to do that. So now he knows what I'm going to do. He's ready. You can't resist that. You can't resist this because this is CNH sugar from Hawaii. They call it pure. What pure means, nothing's been added. What they don't tell you is what they subtracted. For example, honey, they've identified 90 different trace nutrients in honey. This is a pure carbohydrate. It's missing 89 ingredients as compared to honey. The body recognizes this as a vacuum. So when it touches the body tries to fill in the vacuum. And that's what causes the weakness. And we'll be using that several times this weekend. Now here's a good question. Does it have to touch the body? Or how far away does that occur? So here's a wooden stick, which is inert. Now, if we take the sugar down the stick, at the same time he's resisting, that's about how far out this electrical field extends. And it varies from person to person, but doesn't vary much. If you were to map out the body with a voltmeter, you would see that it extends out about 1.5 inches, a little further around the heart area, a little further around the head area as compared to the rest of the body. And so, trust me, we've done this numerous times with the patient blindfolded, with me blindfolded, and you get the same result every time. It extends out about that far. Nature abhors a vacuum. So when a vacuum comes in contact with the human body tries to fill in the vacuum. And the reason it's a vacuum because it's missing 89 ingredients as compared to honey. So that nature tries to fill in that vacuum. And it does it pretty rapidly. So if you're going to use this electrical field in your testing, you must test right away. Because if you wait a while, then nature will have filled in the vacuum and the muscle will no longer be weak. So you need to test right away. Because if you wait a while, then it'll show strong. It does have a weakening effect on the body that would last throughout the day. What that means is, if you carried this pack of white sugar in your pocket, the body would have to be constantly filling it in all day long. So you'll be tireder at the end of the day than if you did not have that in your pocket. Even though the body will compensate and make the muscle strong again. But to make the muscle strong again, it has to rob energy from other parts of the body. It's like robbing Peter to pay Paul type of idea. What would happen if you ate the sugar? And the answer is that would also weaken you. It'll also weaken you. And besides that, other bad things happen. It makes the body secrete insulin. Insulin makes the blood sugar go down. When your blood sugar goes down, now you crave sugar, which is not good. So we like to avoid that. Now here's something else I want to address. Particularly in this type of audience, people often like to test themselves, and they have various methods of doing that, like trying to pull this apart. Well, we don't recommend self-testing, but even though we don't recommend it, that's not going to stop some of you from doing it. It's hard not to be biased when you test yourself. But if you're going to do it, I do have a suggestion for you. Rather than using this test, use the rectus femoris, this test here. It's kind of hard to fool this muscle. And you can see if that goes down or not. If I do this to myself, it's again obvious.